Over the last several weeks of August and the end of July, I decided to make a mixed media journal just for some new ideas to see what was revealed by new techniques, new approaches, not putting any pressure on myself, just playing with materials. And I truly enjoyed this, I think, because the book was small. I made it myself and with watercolor paper and an old vintage book cover. And I used some found images that I'd collected, as well as both watercolor and gouache paint and a little bit of pencil to work with figures and ideas. I have a show coming up next May, and I'm still playing around with some concepts as to what I want to work with, and this helps me a great deal. Generally my sketchbooks are observational, but this particular sketchbook I think will set a little bit of a pattern for me, because I found I just gravitated towards this when I wasn't able to go to the art table and to make something larger. This felt experimental, it felt loose. I used a variety of media. Here I've used a little bit of a dip pen and ink, as well as imagery and gouache. And here there are some images that were clipped out of a tissue box, as well as faces. But using images that I've collected and I haven't used for one reason or another is actually a nice way to rethink what I do, because obviously I collected the images for a reason and then I left them, so it's nice to be able to incorporate them into a little book like this. Again, I encourage you to make something like this, because really it is no pressure. I'm revealing it to you today, but you don't have to. You can keep a book like this and just keep it for yourself, because it's quite fun to do, and it really doesn't matter how it turns out. You just enjoy the process. So my materials again are gouache, watercolor paper, watercolor, bits and pieces of images that I found, both of portraits and of animals, and little bits of paper that I enjoyed the texture of. There's a bit of ink and dip pen here as well, but most of it is gouache, and then I decided for the most part not to use gel medium, which is usually what I use as a gluing or as a varnish for my work. I decided to just stay with glue sticks, so that was much easier too. So yeah, go ahead and make one. It's a lot of fun.